Hello and welcome to In the Kitchen with Pen, and today it's Sunday morning, and Sundays is the only day we have a dessert, if indeed we have one. And today I'm going to be making a bread and butter pudding, completely different to a bread pudding. And also I've said bread and butter, haven't I? I'm not using bread. I've got some hot cross buns here. We've got 2 extra fruity and 2 Bramley apple ones. And to be quite honest with you, they're a little bit doughy. So I'm genuinely not going to eat those. So what else have I got? So you need your bread, okay? Bread, brioche, croissants. I've even used donuts with the icing chopped off. Any dough product you can use. You need butter. You need some extra fruit, or you could use chocolate chips if you wanted. And you need custard. And today, oh God, I am being lazy. I'm doing Birds Custard. Do you remember your mum making that when you were little? Well, today I'm your mum. I'm making Birds Custard. Right, so if I get you moved, you can see exactly what we're going to do. Right then, to make your Birds Custard, you need 2 tablespoons of Birds Custard. And this genuinely is just sort of like corn flour with yellow colouring. Let me see if I can find the ingredients for you. Yeah, corn flour, salt, colour and a little bit of flavouring. So, you know, don't go thinking that custard powder's anything it's not. You'll also need a couple of spoonfuls of sugar. Now, I'm going to put my sugar into the saucepan with the milk so that I'm assured that the sugar actually melts. And then you want to take a whisk and throw it all over the floor. No, you don't. Take a pint of milk, and I'm using Jersey milk there. So you want a pint of milk, and you want to put a little bit of it into this bowl with your custard powder. God, I nearly said curry powder. And just mix it together, and the rest goes in to the saucepan with the what are they called? With the sugar, that's what it is. Right, so I'm just going to heat that very gently, and whilst that is heating, I'm just going to slice and butter these hot cross buns, and when they're sliced and buttered, I'm going to come back to you. Right, I have greased a Pyrex dish and I've buttered my buns, and now all I'm going to do is cut each one into a triangle, and we're going to layer up these buns in our dish. Now they may not all fit, so we'll just try. So we're just going to go in, and we're standing them upright, I hope you can see, like so. And I'm trying to use the tops, if I can, more first, so that I know, well, they're thicker for a start. Okay, and then we'll go with the rest. That's the bottom. Right. And now I need to just throw in some more fruit. Just, you know, you want fruit, you want to know that you've got the fruit there. And we'll go in with some more of and a little bit more fruit. And at this point you could pop in some more sugar if you wanted, but I don't want to. Okay, so that's it, that's that done, layered up and ready. So I'm just going to give our our milk a little bit of a stir, just to make sure that that sugar is melting. And once this comes up to the boil, we should be back. I am going to sprinkle just a little cinnamon over the top of these buns and currants. That's that done. Our milk is just coming to the boil, we're just getting some bubbles on top, so we're going to add it to the custard powder and a little bit of milk in the bowl and keep whisking it the whole time. And now we're going to pour this back into the bowl, back into the saucepan, not the bowl, we're pouring it from the bowl into the saucepan. And this is where we have to keep stirring because we don't want it to catch. And as it thickens up, we'll know it's ready. Starting to thicken. We'll be back when it has. Now you'll feel your custard start to thicken, but also if you coat the back of the spoon, and if you can do this and it doesn't run back in together, that means your custard is ready. So switch off, and all we're going to do is to pour it over our buttered buns, currants and cinnamon. Right, I'm just going to push it down just slightly, just to make sure that it soaks up as much of this custard as it can. And now we're just going to leave that. You need to leave it to soak in for about 30 minutes before you even think about cooking it. So there we have it, and we'll be back to cook. Right then, our 30-minute soak is up, and the bread, or the buns should I say, are nice and gloopy with the custard. So I'm going to put on the oven, and I'm using the Ninja 10-in-1, and we're using the bake function, and we're going to go 160, and our time, I'm going to go for about 35 minutes, and we'll press start, and that's at 160. In your oven, 180. Okay, now what I don't like about bread and butter puddings is sometimes they can be really crispy. So to stop that happening, as you can see, I have sat, well, you can't actually, can you? I've sat my bread and butter pudding in a deep baking tray, and I'm going to add some boiled water to that until it comes about halfway or so up the dish, and that's going to work as a bain marie, so it's going to steam the bread and butter pudding. I have actually cooked a bread and butter pudding in my Ninja Speedy for 25 minutes on steam bake, and it worked beautifully. That was a bread and butter pudding that I made with cherry jam filled croissants from Lidl, and it was beautiful. So we just need to wait for this to preheat, and then this will go in, and then, no it won't, because I'm going to sprinkle some sugar over. Just sprinkle a little sugar over, just to see if we can get any little crispy bits. See, I've just said I don't like crispy bits, but there's a different crispness. There you go. So as you can see, that's not even a dessert spoon of sugar. Right, that's gone. That's now hot enough. So lift it up, and in we go. Right, and we'll be back when that's cooked. Well, time is nearly up. I've put the light on and it's looking lovely. It has, as I wanted it to do, souffled up a little. So we'll see what it looks like in a sec, won't we? It smells delicious. There we go, all cooked. Still lots of water in there. I didn't expect it all to just evaporate. Right then, and you may notice I did move it down a level as well, but let's just take a little look at this delicious, ooh, nearly ended up with all over the place. There you go, delicious bread and butter pudding. Now I could be really stupid and I could dish it up now. I know at times I am, but in this instance I'm just going to leave it for about 5 minutes just to set and cool down just slightly so that it's edible. So next time you see this, it'll be in one of these, not all of it. Right then, there you have, let me just move you because it's not really very good. 2 bowls of bread and butter pudding. Now you know what's going to happen. I'm going to take Steve's through and then we'll be back for the taste. Right then, best ever taste. Don't know what I think I'm going to pick up with a fork, mind you. Let's try a spoon. Right, so I've got some of the custard, I've got some of the, what were they? Hot cross buns, and I've got some of the fruit. And can I tell you, that is fab. Can you see the way, I'm going to get it and show you, the custard has set and souffled, and the sugar on top did exactly what I wanted. Give a little bit of a crust rather than, yeah, a crust, and a sweet crust at that. So, traditional British bread and butter pudding made using leftover hot cross buns, old-fashioned Birds Custard powder, don't forget today I'm your mum, and just a few currants. So, and there's 2 portions left as well, so that's all right. Anyway, thank you for watching this edition of In the Kitchen with Pen, and I shall see you again very soon. Bye bye.